Welcome to another episode of Rethink Healthcare. I'm Paul Montenegro and
I'm Tania Stende.
I'm glad to have you back today.
Yeah, I know, it's been a little bit.
Yes, you're always on vacation.
I know. Was I on vacation? I was, maybe.
You were. She likes to have these weekend getaways, which is very admirable.
Yeah.
I just have kids to drag around.
I don't anymore, so that's...
Well, you used to have kids. You just don't drag them around. But glad to have you back.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. So today, when we were talking about what we're going to talk about for episode today, we kind of thought of something that's rather alternative type of a treatment. However, it is still probably mainstay.
Yeah.
Right? Would you consider that?
I would say of all the alternative therapies we've talked about, this is probably the most common.
Because we don't think about it too much, but it's actually there.
Yeah.
So we're going to actually talk about aromatherapy. Now, in full disclosure, I know nothing about aromatherapy. And I grew up with asthma, and perfumes trigger me to sneeze and cough. So I'm not into any of that stuff, but you know a lot more about it, right?
Yeah, but I don't know necessarily about aromatherapy. But I love perfumes. I love smelly things, like nice smelly things, like candles and diffusers and things like that. And I that's just something I enjoy. So I know a fair amount about it. So I know where the smells come from and things like that.
Yeah, but by definition, though, right? Mm-hmm. Just the fact that you utilize it and enjoy it, does it give you some sort of sense of feeling, or you know what I mean? Okay, so that alone is invoking your a response from you.
Yeah.
So yes, even though it's not a quote unquote clinical setting, but it's a well-being type.
Right. Exactly.
So, but as opposed to me, I want nothing about candles. Like I said, my nose is very sensitive, and I would sneeze pretty fast.
Yeah.
So like even when I first, when I was dating my wife, or was my wife yet at the time, she had to stop wearing perfume because I would sneeze. I told her, like, I'm sorry, I'm not.
That's so sad. That would have been a deal breaker for me. I totally would have been a deal breaker. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm not dating you.
No, I need my perfume.
Well,
luckily my husband does not have a problem with it.
Well, I do, but
he doesn't love my candles, but.
I don't like the candles either, But anyway, let's look at the clinical applications of these aromatherapies. So, when we decided to talk about aromatherapy, I obviously did some research, and lo and behold, I actually stumbled upon an article from the NIH, National Institute of Health.
Yeah.
And it really has aromatherapy very well defined. So I was kind of shocked myself.
Intrigued.
Okay, that's a better word.
Yeah.
I was piqued. How's that?
Yes, okay.
I got piqued with it and really, read up on it more. And just so you know, like I said, I don't know much about this topic. So, but what I do know so far is it's not controlled by the FDA, because aromatherapy kind of falls under essential oils. Mm-hmm. And essential oils are not medications.
Right.
So the FDA doesn't govern them, but they do have guidelines on them. They have recommendations, and they do have cautions as well.
Yeah.
So how do we want to structure this? Do you want to go through some of the clinical stuff, or you want to talk about personal experiences first? What do you think?
Yeah, we can. Well, I will go through some personal experiences. So first of all, as I've already said, I like the smelly things like that. So I burn candles in my house. I wear perfume, and these smells evoke a feeling for me. So most of the time, it evokes a sense of happiness for me. So it makes me happy to smell these smells.
Now, is there any specific type of smell?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, for sure, because I really don't like food smells. So, for instance...
Wait. Okay. But isn't a food smell part of the process of digestion?
Yeah, but it's okay if I'm eating.
Oh, okay.
I don't like it to be a pervasive smell, like in the house.
Understood.
So a lot of people will like candles that smell like warm chocolate chip cookies. That does not appeal to me at all. I like florals, I like spiciness, I like those kinds of things. Those are what make me happy, and that's going to be very individual for everybody. So, yeah.
Go ahead. I wonder if this is cultural.
Maybe.
Because I'm Asian,
Yeah.
as you know. In,
Really?
in an Asian household,
Yeah.
you always smell food.
Yeah. Yes.
You know,
That is true. Yeah.
So, but then if you think of a European household, American household,
Yeah, but the cultural food we eat is less strong in terms of the spices we use. I mean, if you think about sort of English food, which would be my background, it's meat and potatoes. And that meat is usually roasted in the oven. And of course, it has its own smell. But like Asian food incorporates a lot of spices that really pervade the house. You know, Indian food in particular has a very, I will know Indian food in a minute. You know what I mean?
sure. But now I wonder, like, these spices, are they also the same things that are used in some of the aromatherapies?
Yeah, some of them.
Yeah.
For sure.
So that's
Yeah.
why there's a crossover.
Yeah. So
that.
I guess, you know, some people might not like the pervasive food smell. I'm one of those people. Is there vanilla maybe in some of the things that I like the smell of? Sure, but in a very small, like it wouldn't be a top. It wouldn't be a top note.
Gotcha.
You know, it would be a low note that is sort of in the
So
background.
what if you were burning a candle? What is your
Yeah.
favorite candle to burn?
Most of the time, it is going to be a fresh, spicy smell. Did you want a brand? Is that what you were saying?
No, like
Oh, okay.
I mean, when you tell me a fresh, spicy smell, I kind of is it more like
Well, for
mint?
instance, no, I don't like mint.
No?
No.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, like,
Well,
for instance, it's Christmas time right now. So, right now, I love the smell of a Fraser fir type of a candle. So, that is very, like, piney, outdoors, fresh.
Okay.
And also, it has a very much a spicy kind of a smell in my mind. Even though I don't know if there's spice in the particular one that I use. But, you know, and to move on a little bit, I also have Meniere's disease. And there is something you can buy on Amazon that is specifically an aromatherapy that has a very strong lavender smell. And I actually don't remember. Oh, I don't have it with me. I don't remember exactly what it is, but you put it behind your ear and the smell of it can help relieve some of the symptoms of Meniere's disease. And I've used it. Yeah. And I've used it and it actually does work.
Hold on, let me see. I brought some of the smelling stuff that my wife would use. Lavender.
Yeah. What is she using that for, since you don't like smells?
She uses it sometimes. She said it says it's calming.
Okay.
Is that true? Can I spray it?
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah. Because I don't like... Well, lavender is very commonly used at nighttime to help you sleep better.
That's what my wife uses it for. Sometimes she would
Okay.
like spray the room to have
Yeah.
a calming effect. That didn't bother me. It didn't make me sneeze. So I didn't know that lavender or that there's a treatment for that for Meniere's disease.
Yeah, here I found it. So
Okay.
in it is wow, it's gone up a lot in price.
So it's for vertigo relief then.
It's for vertigo
Okay.
relief.
Now, is it specifically for Meniere's or vertigo in general?
No, it's just vertigo in
Versus-
general.
it's
But like
vertigo.
I had read when I first was diagnosed, I had read about it as an alternative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is with the gravitation of what we're talking about today.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm sure that it says what's in it, but I can't find it. So
Well, here from the research that I've done, right? So when you tell me here's a scent, you know, now what I've kind of learned from the research is like the different sources of where they derive these scents for.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was like seeds, leaves,
right.
roots,
Right.
What else did they have? So let me go through some of the stuff that I found. We'll just touch on this briefly because it's kind of mundane and boring if you ask me.
Oh,
I
I don't find this boring at all.
No.
Not even the list of...
Yeah, the list.
Yeah,
so
seeds.
right? So there's 3 common seeds that they would derive these scents from.
Cardamom.
Cardamom, you could also cook with that.
Yeah, that's big in like Indian food
Yes.
too. Yeah.
Cardamom.
Which I'm a fan of, by the way.
Black pepper. Have you thought of
Yeah.
scents as black pepper?
Yeah, for sure.
That will make me sneeze.
It would. It makes pepper makes me sneeze too. But if it's in something, it's not quite the same.
And then sweet fennel.
Yeah.
So, do you have a sweet fennel candle smell?
No.
Do you
Not
have a sweet
specific.
fennel?
No, because that's not. Yeah, no.
No. Okay,
No.
but these are some of the things that's derived from. The other,
Yeah.
so then from stems, leaves, and needles, there's 7 common things that they would derive it from. So,
Yeah.
cistus, I
I don't know what that is.
Don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Eucalyptus, I think we know
Yeah.
that. That's actually
very common.
very common. Yes.
Oh, eucalyptus is definitely in the divertigo that I was talking about.
Okay.
Too. Yeah.
Eucalyptus,
Yeah.
laurel.
Yeah.
That's a leaf, right?
Yeah.
Plant family, yes. Okay.
An evergreen. Yeah.
Evergreen, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm
Patchouli.
saying patchouli. Do you know what that is?
I don't know what it is, but I'm very familiar with the smell.
I have no clue how patchouli smells like.
You would recognize it though.
Really?
Yeah, it is a very, very, very common.
So peppermint. This is interesting. I actually like the smell of peppermint.
Uh huh.
However, I don't like to eat peppermint.
Oh, weird.
I think peppermint kind of opens up my sinuses a bit.
Yeah, that could be.
Right?
Yeah.
Pine, we talked about that.
Yeah.
That's also, pine is very seasonal as well.
Yeah.
You know? Rosemary, I think that's pretty common as well.
Yeah.
So that's the 7 from the stems, leaves, and needles. And then we have petals and flowers.
Yeah.
Clary sage. I thought you cooked with that.
Yeah, you do, but I don't know. Yeah.
Clary sage. Chamomile.
Chamomile, yeah.
Okay. That's more of a tea. When you tell me
Yeah.
chamomile, you know, my wife
Yeah.
will get me chamomile tea to
No, but it
before going to
definitely
bed.
has a
Yes.
scent. Yeah.
Yes. Geranium.
Mm.
I don't know. I really
Didn't
couldn't.
even know it had a smell.
I couldn't picture I mean, I've seen geranium plants, but
Yeah.
I couldn't picture it. Jasmine.
Yeah. Very common.
That's more of a tea to me. There is a scent to it. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Lavender again. You know, we talked about lavender. Neroli. What is that?
Yeah, that's like almost.
that is?
I think it's in. It's in the
It's
citrus
orange.
family.
Yeah, orange blossom.
Very nice smell. Yeah, rose.
Rose, but rose doesn't have a very strong smell. But there is a distinct
Yeah.
smell of a rose.
Yeah,
And what is this?
Lang Lang.
Lang Lang. What is that?
not really sure, but
Okay.
I probably would know it if I smelled it.
Now, here's the other thing, too. The other classification to where it derives from. Rinds and fruits.
Oh right.
Now, this kind of gets into more meal time. I
Yeah.
actually more enjoy that.
Yes,
than, you
but
know?
like this kind of smell in terms of food, I'm good with. It's more the warm baking smell stuff I don't like. Heavy vanilla and that kind of thing.
Okay, so let's go through these rinds and fruits.
Bergamot.
What is that?
I don't know what it is, but I would know the smell.
You know the smell?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know the smell. Lemon? Okay.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I think most of us know what lemon
Yeah.
is.
A very strong smell.
Mandarin? I like mandarins.
Yeah.
Mandarin oranges, I love that. Sweet, what's the difference between mandarin and sweet orange? I guess it's a different
Mandarin
type of
is,
fruit.
yeah.
Smaller.
Mhm.
Okay. But the smell, it actually is different.
Yeah, it is
Orange and
different.
mandarin,
Yeah.
Juniper berry.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know about the smell of a juniper berry,
Yeah.
but that's another thing that they derive from. The other category is woods and resins. This is interesting. Cedar wood.
Yeah.
Do you really have a cedar wood scent that you would?
Yeah, I think it's in a lot of like Christmas smells.
It's actually in our closet. This is cedar wood
Oh, yeah.
closet to,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
prevent
yeah.
the moth.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like so
It has a
some of our
strong smell,
are
yeah.
thicker, yeah.
Yeah.
Frankincense.
Yeah.
Well, that's a very
Famous.
expensive oil.
Yeah.
Sandalwood. No clue what that is.
I mean, I've heard of it. but
You've heard of it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Another classification: roots and rhizomes. Ginger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think ginger very, very good remedy-wise, GI-wise, right?
Yeah. Vetiver.
What is that?
Very common in men's colognes, men's perfumes.
Obviously, I don't wear cologne,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't know what vetiver is. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
And then grass.
Yeah.
Lemongrass. Tea. I've had lemongrass
Yeah.
tea. I didn't know about lemongrass odor.
Palmarosa.
What is palmarosa?
No idea. I've literally
Me neither.
never even heard that word. Okay.
Yeah, so I think those are the basic ones.
So in terms of our work, though, these are things that we can use in a bunch of different settings.
So one of the things I thought of is when somebody passes out, what is in that?
That's ammonia.
Ammonia.
Yeah, that's a very strong.
Is that aromatherapy?
Yeah.
I mean, it's aroma to get somebody out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not to calm them down, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So here's another one that may be more Asian related. When I was a kid, my mom or my grandma would rub this thing called Vicks on me.
Yeah.
What is in Vicks?
That's like a very Filipino thing, isn't it? No, Vicks is eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that can work to open up the sinuses.
Yes.
These are very common things that people use.
Okay. So that
Vicks Vapor Rub has been around forever.
do you use it?
I haven't.
You have it?
I haven't. I have used it. If I'm very stuffy, I'll use it. I'll use it like right here on my top lip.
Okay.
I've used it in work, like when I was working as a nurse in the hospital.
Yeah.
It was very effective on blocking smells.
Oh yes, I agree.
Yes.
You just don't want the association though.
Yes.
You have to be careful of that. So let's think of some of the things that the FDA was kind of benefits we talked about, right? Pain management, nausea, Meniere's, like from dizziness. Pre-op anxiety, that's one of the things that I saw there. Did that actually make sense?
Yeah.
Used in a critical care environment, I'm not too sure about that.
I'm not sure about that either.
Neither.
I'm not really sure whether
I've worked critical care and I never said, let's do some aromatherapy on this person who's half dead. I mean...
Yeah, I don't know whether it... Stop. Oh my God. I don't know whether this is used in the context of a calming smell, but I can tell you right now, we're not putting a lot of smells in a hospital critical care.
No.
Like, it's too,
No.
Yeah.
Anxiety, okay, we get that,
Yeah.
We know this calming effects, depression, stress. I mean, I think all this is all the well-being type, insomnia.
Yeah. For sure, I would say this is probably more useful for an overall well-being use.
Yes.
So.
Now, concerns that the FDA had.
Yeah.
It's flammability. You have to be concerned about it. It's an oil.
Yeah.
Oils are flammable, so you have to consider that. Dermatitis, skin reactions, right?
Yeah.
Phototoxicity.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's meaning like it can react with your skin in the sun.
Okay.
So you could get sunburned.
Yes. Oral toxicity. I mean, we're not really drinking this thing, but why would you have oral toxicity?
I'm not really sure.
I don't know. Maybe it's an oil somebody mistakes it to say, look, what's this?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
burn themselves.
Yeah.
And eye safety. That makes sure because it suffuses in the air.
Yeah.
And it could.
Yeah.
Could.
For sure.
Do that. So, what do we think? I mean, is aromatherapy? How does it fit into this mold of rethinking healthcare? Should it be utilized more?
Yeah. I think so.
Yes, I think so either. I mean, I think the Western culture, the Eastern culture, Eastern medicine utilizes a lot more.
Yeah.
I mean, the article actually dove into that more, but we're not going to get into it. It's too involved to kind of go into each country and how they use the aromatherapy.
Yeah.
But at least from us here in the United States, I certainly think that there's more room for it.
Yeah, no. I agree.
Now, are there aromatherapy specialists?
I think so, but have I visited them? No. But they might be incorporated in somebody who's doing
recreational therapy and
no, I was
stuff.
thinking more acupuncture, like don't they I actually have never had acupuncture, but don't you get the things put in and then you're laying there for a while?
Yeah, they could. I've gone into how to use salt booths. I've gone into salt booths before. I mean, is that considered aromatherapy or just
No, but it could be an additive.
Yeah, and I did.
With it,
yeah, as part of my sports medicine treatments, actually, I do go into salt booths. It actually makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I prefer to just go to the ocean, but if you're in a city and you're not near an ocean, you go into a salt booth or a salt cave. Have you been to a salt cave?
No.
I love salt caves.
No.
Jen likes it too. So anyway, that is all our time for today. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Rethink Healthcare, and hopefully you enjoyed aromatherapy. Oh wait, we got two other things I can spray. What's this? Ginger mint.
Ginger mint.
Minty.
Yeah, and that's not a smell I love.
I like that.
But what is it for?
Warming and replenishing.
Oh, okay.
And what is this? This one is... I don't know what it is. It's for unwind.
Must be lavender. It's purple.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, usually.
It doesn't say.
It doesn't actually say, does it?
Well, anyway.
Well, we can smell it and we can...
Let's spray our audience. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.